What the hell? What the helly? What the helly, Cyrus? What the helly, Shelley? Well, in case nobody noticed, maybe, the new trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth. It's here. Um, yeah. It's looking pretty crazy, boss. So I guess we have literal wyverns in here now. Okay. Um, I just need people to not take this into consideration when talking about real dinosaurs ever. This is probably what happens when anybody who likes animals and they watch all of these, and it's like, okay. I saw that and was like, okay. We're just done. Probably once we saw Diddy Rex pick up some person because Gareth Edwards really likes to put people in gas rooms. So, yeah. What the fuck? Okay. This is pure myth, okay? Not saying it's gonna be a fun movie, but I don't really think it's gonna be like Shakespeare when it comes to writing. It's just gonna be another Kong Empire type of thing. Just turn off the brain. Um wow. That was crazy. I saw that and was like, okay, we're done. Okay. Not even any trying. But like this is why like is this really not gonna help the mass public's view on dinosaurs because everybody's gonna keep watching the fun movies instead of the documentaries. But I'm glad that Prehistoric Planet got a lot of views and attention since that was really accurate to what it could be. Um, but yeah, the dino mythicizing has not died. In fact, I think it's getting worse now. Just think about it, because back then, like, yeah, obviously people are wrong, but that's because we were still trying to figure out the fundamentals of what animals look like. But now we're willingly just wrong. I know it's a novel, but like, it's not going to help when people keep making stuff where they think this is what once existed. No, it's not what once existed. This is a completely fake animal, oversized, wrong noises, questionable designs, especially when it comes to that fucking dragon that we saw. And the Diddy Rex and the blue whale sized Mosa. So I do understand that they're doing stuff from the novel, but I just need people to understand this is not anything real. But the problem is people tend to not do that for some reason. If I want to get into specific designs and stuff, I didn't know those weird dragon things showed up. Yeah, okay. What even is that made out of? Is it supposed to be a pterosaur and a raptor? I don't know. I don't really know what consists of this type of thing, but it's whatever. It's all a thing. Um, why did they use frogs? I don't know. Just some weird thing that they decided to add instead of like any bird. Um, yeah. So it's not gonna help when I eventually see it, because I probably most likely am. But I have the excuse of it's completely fake, not actual dinosaurs. Nothing in there is. And I know that's what the novels say, but like, very few people actually read the novels and what the main point of the novels actually are. This is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, but I know it can still be fun. Slop. Um, I'm putting it in my thoughts here. It's like people are still going to be making memes about this, talking about a dinosaur and stuff. It's not gone. The accuracy is like, it's like people are fighting to keep some ignorance here or something. I don't know. I still don't really know what's going to happen, but you know, it's mandatory to take kids on these trips, I guess. But like I still don't know. There's probably gonna be like a person villain, and then the T-Rex, the Distortus Rex, Diddy Rex, whatever that is, Xenomorph, Rancor, Beluga looking T-Rex. Um, yeah. Oh man. I could talk about stuff since it is a yapping channel. It's my yapping channel. Um, okay, how about just what the Spino looks like right now? So, can't they make it look accurate and cool? It's not like these guys don't have money and stuff that we figured out. I mean, back in what I said in my other videos of the other review of the first trailer, they can still make stuff accurate and cool, and that's what everybody wants. I don't really know if the Diddy Rex showed up in any of the novels, because I don't know too much about the novels, because I was like, okay, this is not really real stuff. I like to look at real stuff, and then I make up stuff, because I have my own characters and stuff that I make up, but I know that it's all fake. So the Spinosaurus, like, the third movie's Spinosaurus head looked better, but now in that one, the trailer's all lumpy and crocodile-like, and then it's got frog-like skin, and it's swimming in the ocean, even though they wouldn't have swam that well if we're being realistic, but because they were basically like a wading animal, as the newest research suggests. The Mosasaurus doesn't have as many scoots, so that is a better part, but it's still oversized to high fucking heaven. But thematics are pretty good, but it's just, why can't we just, like, this is basically just another Skull Island type of thing where it's just like a whole bunch of mythical monsters. Why don't you just make it something like that? I mean, I heard this somewhere, but like, there were claims that apparently there's real science in Jurassic World. No, there isn't. I don't know why. There's obviously not real science in there, because there's many roadblocks that we have in real life, if it wasn't evidenced by the walking dinosaurs and mixing of different species like apes and theropods, like with the Indominus, which obviously has some type of ape genome since it's able to grab stuff, because theropods don't have opposable thumbs, and neither does anything else in its genome since it's made out of 50 trillion abelosaurids in the movie. So I don't know, dude, the Indominus could have looked cool, could have looked unique, instead of this white T-Rex raptor that we got. Like, it could have had a longer neck, it could have had like a slightly different posture with the Therizinosaurus, it could have stood tall, it could have had big arms, could have had the horns with the Carnotaurus. I don't know, it could have looked cool or something. But I guess we just got, another big, what everybody thinks of is always just new T-Rex but with bigger arms. That's always the gist of, like, whenever somebody, like, and I'm guilty of it too, a little bit with my hybrid that I made for Goji, and I'm like, okay, dude, we're all just doing the same thing here. Everybody's trying to be a smart ass over the other. I noticed that because I do that. I'm definitely burnt out with this, the realism versus the Jurassic Park stuff. Yeah, so this is purely just a entertainment thing. Mythical monsters, This is not real. People have got to stop doing any type of comparison with anything in Jurassic Park against real animals, because these are real animals. We need to stop this. It gets really annoying. And I can say the same for anybody who knows a lot about a certain subject, and when somebody is ignorant about it, or they like to make a claim when they don't know, and you're like, no, that's not how it works, because people care about the subject. But I don't know. Jurassic Park it really did help people get back into paleontology again, but it's really not the same thing anymore. And back what I said before is, that Jurassic Park, the first Jurassic Park, it was as accurate as it could have been for the time, because it came out a long time ago, except for just the name of the raptor or whatever, because they decided to change the name because it didn't sound as cool, I guess. I think that's what happened. But still, it was the most accurate that we could have seen, even though they mentioned that they used frogs and shit in the DNA for some reason. Why couldn't the Spino have a raft scene? It literally... Okay. They could have made it look cool too, and accurate. Like what I'm saying. There's people that do this like 5 minutes after the trailer drops and they get something that looks so cool. And it's like, wow, that would have been good. I don't know. So yeah, since we got literal dragons in there, it's like, okay, all right. You're done. What else? Beluga thing, whatever, I don't know. And then there's people that always like to try to defend every decision that's made by these directors who do the movie, even though they don't really know that much about paleontology. Or unless anything that's actually accurate gets swept aside because it's not for entertainment. And it's like, yeah, they're making entertainment. It's not supposed to be accurate. But everybody keeps making excuses for them. Oh, it was in the novel. Was it, though? Oh, actually, it makes sense with the theme. What theme? It's about bringing dinosaurs back. Dinosaurs. Not dragons and flying wyverns. Get Jon Snow over here. It's the same thing. These are made up animals. There is no animal that looks like that. I know a lot of fans that look at a lot of Jurassic content can be happy about a few scenes here and there. But I don't really think that this is really going to help the worldwide view of dinosaurs, because it's going to keep this lie alive about what people think Jurassic or any dinosaur's life was like. I don't know. Seems like any animal that's in Jurassic Park is just like some bigger and beefier version of the real life animal, which usually happens in any movie, where it's like the Jurassic version of a T-Rex or Spino is bigger, where it's like, it'd be cool to see like a Jurassic Park version of, or a Jurassic Rebirth version of like a Dinotherium or Arctotherium or the ground sloths or the Paraceratherium. I don't know, it'd be pretty cool, I think. Or the Microdont cats. There's a lot of stuff, yeah. But even so far as the last movie before Rebirth, they still had these velociraptors be the size of Deinonychus. So they just kept it that way, just because it gets more views and money for the mass public. So I don't really know if any real paleontologists would actually find this good when it comes to knowledge, but anybody is going to find it good when it comes to just being theatrics, and that's what it is. It's just the theatrics. It's not. It's not. What? I'm thinking here. Oh, man. We got wyverns. insert whatever before GTA 6. Ha ha ha. I'm the funniest person ever. What else? Yep. Distortus. Whatever. Why are people always getting locked in rooms? Classrooms. I saw somebody walking in my yard. Might be a visit from one of my tenants or something. I'll have to check. Okay. Anyways. Okay. What was I saying? You got the... Oh yeah, and then that weird pterosaur that shows up in the nest. And they're like, this DNA is going to save people. What does that mean? Ancient I don't know. Like, why do they try to, like, put in a science plot point in the movie? Don't try. Just make the movie. Why do they try to make it make sense? I don't know. That weird pterosaur that shows up. It's like, what pterosaur is that? It's just the thing with the oversized of everything. So it's like, okay, yeah, we have to climb up this giant ass cliff. I thought they needed stuff from the sauropods. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, they just have to depend on people being dumb. And that's the same thing with any thriller action movie. People need to be dumb for stuff to happen. So, yeah. Weird designs. I don't know. Like, Hollywood still seems to be obsessed with the shrink wrapping stuff. Okay. More stuff might come out later. But, like, same thing as always. If there's any more information I'm missing, I'd love to hear it. But I don't think this is really going to help the public's perception. It's not going to help us get accurate information any faster at a larger scale. But I just, like, as long as you know that this is just a slop thriller movie, then it's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done, but yeah. Okay, well, working on the basal vertebrate for my planet that I have. It's like a mix between like a tetrapodomorph fish and like a xenacanthiform shark slash newts, something like that. Something that looks really basal. So I'll get a sketch of that and I'll post it. But I should make a video too about because that my planet that I'm making up and the basal vertebrates and all the biodiversity and different fundamental groups on the planet. It's not going to be a seed world, but it's going to be something that I have that kind of looks like an alternate history. It's basically like a planet of dragons, if you catch my drift. And this is completely fiction. Yes, it's all the purpose of just making excuses to do cool ass animals. Yeah, and then because I talked about the people-like organisms that are on the planet that I made up, and I think I might have an update on what they look like a little bit, since they're kind of like since it's like a planet of dragons, so like everything is kind of dragon-ish, including like the people equivalent. So like, and I had every basal tetrapod like animal on my planet is gonna have the 6 limbs, and I know everybody's been doing that shit before, because they do that in medieval art when they give dragons 6 limbs, but they don't realize, because people seem to not realize that a wing is a limb sometimes. I don't know. But yeah. So, a few changes. I'll probably post those, make a video about that. More Yap sessions and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just a bit indifferent about this trailer, because there's like, hey, it's entertainment. It's not supposed to be that big of a deal unless it keeps changing everybody's perception for decades to come. Um, but it's a fun movie, and it will be a good movie experience because it will have action. So I'm kind of indifferent right now, but I just really want to put this message out there of just like, don't look at any of the Jurassic Park movies. Like, I need everybody to realize this is all fake. They're movie monsters. Okay. I think that's it for today. So, more stuff to come. I didn't shower, so my hair is probably rat nasty as fuck right now. I don't know. I just thought I'd put a video because it's been a bit, but I might do more tier lists too. So, if anybody wants to comment, we do some animal recommendations or my insights on how a fight would go, or if there's any other questions, that would be cool. And I can try to do more polls too, because they'll show up everywhere on my feed, bro. Like, you answer one question, then YouTube just spams your feed with it. Oh man. And I just got 19 subscribers. Damn. It's because I'm posting stuff in Vividen and Goji Chronic, because they have a community, because I look at communities. But thank you. I appreciate everybody who likes to look at my yaps and likes to look at my drawings and stuff. But I don't know. Sometimes certain things I say might get somebody to leave or not. I don't know. It is what it is. But thank you. All right. I hope that you have a good day.